Welcome to the Monday Morning Memory Wipe. I'm your host, Craig Price. It's time to comb through the clutter and identify what you need to know so you can delete the rest and start your week with a clean slate. Before we start, let me remind you can follow Memory Wipe on Twitter at Memory Wipe. Our home is stolendroids.com/MMMW. Subscribe to the YouTube playlist at youtube.com/stolendroids. Click the bell for notifications, and if you have something to say, contribute, or just to drop a happy note, we're morningmemorywipe@gmail.com. Now let's get to priority one. A quiet week last week, but one thing that shook everyone up was Walt Disney Studios announcing they were shifting every major 2022 and 2022 release date on its calendar. While no reason was given, the fact that each movie was only pushed back one already scheduled slot shouldn't cause concern, just more longing for your MCU fix. The real victim in all this is Indiana Jones 5, which was pushed back a year from July 29, 2022 to June 30th, 2023, just a few weeks before Harrison Ford's 81st birthday. The new schedule is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, May 6, 2022. Thor, Love and Thunder, July 8th, 2022. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, November 11th, 2022. The Marvels, February 17th, 2023. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th, 2023. And Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, July 28th, 2023. Sorry folks, you're just going to have to wait a little bit more. In our Halloween news item, Disneyland's latest Halloween party included zombie Captain America. The Oogie Boogie Bash has included several brand new villains, including WandaVision's own Agatha Harkness, and this creepy new zombie Captain America. Looks cool and will totally scare the pants off little kids wandering alone through California Adventure's Avengers Campus during their after-hours event. In our comings and goings, the video game movie Uncharted's first trailer debuted this week. Based on one of the best-selling and most critically acclaimed video game series of all time, Uncharted tells the story of Nathan Drake in his first adventure with rival-turned-partner Victor Sully Sullivan. Starring Tom Holland as Nathan Drake and Mark Wahlberg as quick-witted, wisecracking Sully, Uncharted will introduce audiences to how Nathan Drake became the treasure hunter as he unravels one of history's greatest mysteries and treasures in an action-adventure epic that spans the globe. Uncharted premieres February 18th, 2022. Coming to the Disney Plus Star Wars series Ahsoka, Hayden Christensen. The Star Wars prequel star will reprise his role of Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, in the new Star Wars live-action series Ahsoka. Rosario Dawson is starring as Ahsoka Tano, reprising the role she played in the second season of The Mandalorian. Like The Mandalorian, the story takes place 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, which suggests Anakin will either be in flashbacks or a Force ghost. Also coming, like the Spanish Inquisition, something no one expected, a History of the World Part 2 variety series has been ordered at Hulu, with comedy legend Mel Brooks to write and executive produce. History of the World Part 2 is described as a sequel to the 1981 film. That film was made up of segments set during different periods of world history such as the Stone Age, ancient Rome, and the French Revolution. Like most of Brooks' works, it featured musical numbers, including one about the Spanish Inquisition, and of course, Jews in space. Brooks will be a writer and executive producer on the series, along with Nick Kroll, Wanda Sykes, Ike Barinholtz, David Stassen, and Kevin Sulzer. There is no word yet on which world events the series will cover, but Hulu has ordered 8 episodes of the show. Going, why The Last Man on Earth has been canceled at FX. Why, you ask? Well, FX on Hulu abruptly canceled the post-apocalyptic drama on Sunday after having aired only 7 of its planned 10 episodes. To say the cancellation was a surprise is an understatement, and it turns out the reasoning isn't merely a case of poor viewership. A new feature piece in The Hollywood Reporter has gone into the show's abrupt demise, saying a combination of cost and COVID are what essentially brought it down. FX Productions owns the series outright and is said to be supportive of plans to shop the show. HBO Max is considered a likely target home, as Warner Media owns their Vertigo Comics label, which published the original comic. We'll be right back. This week on the Cast-Off, they're crazy and they're kooky. Not our contestants Elizabeth Rapp and Jake Dietz, but the movie they're recasting, Addams Family Values, this Tuesday, October 26th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Last week is come and gone, and tomorrow's just another day, but let us look forward as we optimize the week ahead. Monday is October 25th, National I Care About You Day. I don't know about the rest of the year, but today, I care about you. Tomorrow, not so much. And to prove it, I'm going to carb up because it's World Pasta Day. Celebrity birthdays include the amazing Samantha Bee, pop star Katy Perry, and the always hilarious Craig Robinson. Tuesday is October 26th, Texas Chicken Fried Steak Day. Why not? I love a good chicken fried steak, in Texas or otherwise. Birthday shoutouts to Napoleon Dynamite himself, John Heater, Family Guy and Orville creator Seth MacFarlane, The Flash's Tom Cavanaugh, and the love of Tom Hanks' life, the lovely Rita Wilson. Wednesday, October 27th is Cranky Coworkers Day, or as we call it, Any Work Day, which also explains why it's American Beer Day. Premiering tonight is Behind the Monsters, just in time for Halloween. The Shudder's docuseries examines the horror icons who have broken free of the confines of the film from which they were born and became the stuff of legend. Birthday wishes go out to close personal friend John Cleese and Simon Le Bon of Duran Duran. Thursday, October 28th is International Animation Day and National Chocolate Day, so grab some candy and watch your favorite cartoons today. Like this one, Star Trek Prodigy. The series premieres on Paramount+. It's the year 2383, after the events of Star Trek Voyager. A motley crew of young aliens in the Delta Quadrant find an abandoned Starfleet ship, the USS Protostar. Taking control of the ship, they must learn to work together as they make their way towards the Alpha Quadrant. Kate Mulgrew returns as Catherine Janeway, captain of the USS Voyager, sort of. She appears as the ship's emergency training hologram, but any Janeway is definitely not enough Janeway. Birthdays include 11th Doctor Who, Matt Smith, the Joker's Joaquin Phoenix, the awesome Game of Thrones actress Gwendolyn Christie, and America's Sweethearts, Julia Roberts and Andy Richter. Friday, October 29th is National Hermit Day, which is perfect to utilize International Internet Day, so stay inside and Google yourself. That sounded wrong. Premiering today on Netflix is the movie Army of Thieves. A prequel to the Army of the Dead, this finds us 6 years before the events of Army of the Dead, during the beginning stages of the zombie outbreak. Ludwig Dieter, played by Matthias Schweighöfer, who also directed, is in his early days of safecracking. He is hired by a mysterious woman to help her crew crack 3 legendary safes across Europe. Also premiering on Paramount Plus is Paranormal Activity: Next of Kin, the 7th installment of the found footage horror franchise. The story follows the documentary filmmaker, played by Emily Bader, as she travels to a secluded Amish community where she hopes to connect with her extended family and learn more about her long-lost mother. Once there, however, strange happenings occur and she realizes all may not be calm and quiet as it seems. Big birthday wishes to Stranger Things stars Winona Ryder, Homer Simpson himself Dan Castellaneta, and the great Richard Dreyfuss. October 30th is National Texture X Day, but if you do, don't spiral, because that might lead to Buy a Donut Day or Pumpkin Bread Day, which then you'll have to enter rehab since it's Sugar Addiction Awareness Day, which, if things don't work out, it would necessitate Create a Great Funeral Day. Birthdays include comedian Kevin Pollak and the nicest guy in showbiz and the Fonz, Henry Winkler. Sunday, October 31st is Halloween, as well as National Doorbell Day, for obvious reasons, but more importantly, it's Sneak Some of the Candy Yourself Before the Kids Start Knocking Day. Premiering on BBC America, Doctor Who, as Jodie Whittaker starts her last season of The Doctor. The 13th series also stars Mandip Gill as Yasmin Khan, and new companion John Bishop, played by Dan Lewis. This 13th series is subtitled Flux and is a 6-part story that'll air this year, and then 3 feature-length specials that will run at New Year's, in the spring, and the final one, which features the Doctor's regeneration, will be shown in the fall to tie in with the celebrations planned to mark the BBC's 100th birthday. Happy birthday to Lord of the Rings director and full-size Hobbit Peter Jackson, and 2 musical stars on the opposite ends of the spectrum, Willow Smith and Vanilla Ice. We'll be right back. With Halloween happening this weekend, the Check Your Candy memes were in full effect. Attention parents, please be sure to check your children's candy this Halloween. I just found a copy of the Communist Manifesto hidden in my kid's bag under a Kit Kat. Parents, please check your kids' Halloween candy. Just found Hieronymus Bosch's garden of earthly delights inside of a peanut butter cup. Check your kids' Halloween candy. My cousin found the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo by Serbian nationalist Gavrilo Princip inside a Snickers bar. Parents out there, please check your children's Halloween candy. Last year I found this gate to oblivion in my son's Rolos. Really, Dutchy North? That's the Eye of Sauron and you know it. But checking your kids' candy is the meme of the week. That concludes this week's Memory Wipe. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter @MemoryWipe, where you can get past episodes at our website stolendroids.com/MMMMW. Please subscribe to the show on youtube.com/stolendroids, where you click the bell icon and get notified when we have a new show. Look for the audio version of the show on Apple Podcasts and your favorite podcatchers. And of course, you can email us at morningmemorywipe@gmail.com. And remember, if we didn't talk about it, you don't need to remember it. See you next week.